I'm walking around in the circle of life, doing the things I know, walking the same ways 100 times with the same soul. But do you ever try to path on the right side, put it up in your mind? But do you ever try to path on the left side, put it up in your mind?
So I'll go ahead and take length. That's how long the skirt is going to be. So you find out how long you want yours and then chalk this down. So this two-piece isn't for me, it's for a client, and she doesn't want me to use the stretchy fabric. She wanted me to use crepe, so I'll be including zip to this. So I'll go ahead and take my zip allowance, and this pattern I am drafting right now is a pattern that includes the front and the back piece. So it's one pattern, but then it's a pattern for the front and the back piece.
Doing things they know, talking about the same old stories they've heard about the people they think they know. But do you ever try to path on the right side, put it up in your mind?
So now I'll go ahead and take the hip points. The hip point I'll be using is 9 inches.
Up in your mind. It's gonna be hard. You run, drive, roll your mind. You run.
Now I'll divide her round waist by 4 and chalk that down. If you are using a stretchy fabric for this project, you don't have to include your zip. So I'll add 1 inch for the dart, and then I'll divide her round hip by 4, and then I'll minus 4 inches from the round hip, and then divide the number I get on the length. I'll chalk that on the length. I'll go ahead and connect all points together. I have a detailed video on how to make skirts, and if you want to really understand how to make cuts and sew skirts, I have a full video updated, so go check that out.
Doing the things I know, walking the same.
Now I'll be adding 1/2 inch on all points. Because the fabric I am using isn't that stretchy, that is why I am adding 1/2 inch. If you're using a stretchy fabric, you don't even need to add allowance. That is what I do. I don't add allowance. I just go in and sew on my exact measurement, and then it stretches when I wear. So now I'll go ahead and cut this pattern out. Now I'll be taking the proper zip allowance. On the waist I take 1 inch. On the hip point I take 1.5 inch. And then I go down by 5 inches from the hip, and from that point I take 1 inch straight to the length. That is how I take zip allowance. Like I said, if you are using a stretchy fabric, you don't need to add zip. You just go ahead and draft out the pattern without the zip parts. So you won't take the 2 inches I took from the beginning of the video. You just go ahead and draft out your skirt. I have videos that could guide you, that can guide you. I have videos that can guide you for when you want to draft out pattern. Or sew a skirt. I have full videos. So when I am making the fronts, when I'm trying to cut out the front piece, I'll just go ahead and fold in the zip parts. Now I'll be taking the darts. On the dart I go in by 4 inches on the waist, and then from that point I go down by 4 inches, making sure that is 4 inches, because and then I connect these points together, and then the 4 inch on the waist I just take 1/2 inch on each side, 1/2 inch on each side, and I'll connect this down to the 4 inches below. Go watch previous video to get this. And you guys, that is it. This is my front and back pattern.
I'm walking around in the circle of life, doing the things I know, walking the same ways 100 times with the same soul.
So this is how I was able to achieve the pattern for the front and the back. So I'll go ahead and take the length, and the length I took was from her off shoulder line down to her waist point where she wants the top to sit on her waist, and that was 11 inches plus allowance, plus sewing allowance. And now the width I used was her round bust, so I divided her round bust by 4, and that was the width, and that is the width I'm going to be using. Her round bust divided by 4. I'll just go ahead and draw a straight line down to the length and cut the other part out. I won't be using that. So this is basically the front, but when I want to cut the back, I'll be taking her waist point. Just for the back piece, I'll be taking the waist point. So I'll go ahead and chalk her waist point plus 1 inches. I'll connect this to the width, and then when I'm cutting the back piece, I'll go ahead and fold these parts. You know, I'm just using one pattern for both front and back piece. So now cutting on the fabric. So always make sure you notch your darts when you're cutting on the fabric, and fold your fabric into 2. Put it on fold. Your fabric should be folded into 2 when cutting. Transfer your darts by notching. That is what I'm doing right now, just notching for my darts. Now I'll go ahead and give the front the shape it should, you know, because I was using one pattern, I wasn't able to put the shape on the pattern. So now I'll fold out the zip parts, and then I'll place this on the fabric that is already folded into 2, and then I'll cut the back. So this is the back piece. If you're using a stretchy fabric, you cut out just the front piece twice, and that is your front and back piece. But if you're using a fabric that doesn't stretch, you just go ahead and add zip. So now I'll go ahead and take my proper zip allowance, which is 1 inches from the waist down to the length. So I'll chalk down 1 inch, 1 inch from the waist point down to the length. And then I'll also transfer my darts. Now I'll go join the front piece and the back piece together. Cutting the back for the top, the back piece for the top. My fabric is folded into 2. I'll place the back pattern. As you can see, that part is still folded on the waist. So I'll go ahead and cut this out.
Doing things they know, talking about the same old stories they've heard about the people they think they know.
So I'll cut another piece, and that is going to act as my facing. As you can see, the style I'm recreating has facing, so I'll be using facing just to get a clean finish. Now I've gone ahead to cut the front piece, and I cut out 4 pieces from that pattern. So you need 4 pieces because each needs its own facing. So as you can see, the front piece wraps, like it wraps in the front. So that is why you cut out 4 pieces. 4 pieces, yeah. So I'll go ahead and sew the facing together to the top, to the front, and then I'll be sewing only the upper part and the down part. I won't sew the sides.
Walking around in the circle of life, doing things I
Now go ahead and calculate how many inches I have there. I'll cut out 12 inches. I added plus 1 inch. And now this is the fabric. This is going to act as the band. So this band is going to be as long as you want. So go ahead and cut as long as you want it to be. It is up to you. This is the shape I want my band to look like. So if you want any shape, just go ahead and do that on your fabric. Make sure that one side of the band is as wide as half of what is on your top, because you know we are going to be using this to gather the top together. So make sure that, I don't know how you want to shape in your band. I don't know what shape you want your band to be or look like, but make sure that one end is still wide enough to accommodate your fronts. So now I'll go ahead and gather a loose stitch on one end of each side of this front piece. And then this is the band, this is the shape I made mine. So after sewing the loose stitch, I'll just go ahead and gather this together. Make sure to gather this together so it will be able to fit your band. So now you flip to the wrong side, and then you pass your band through the right side. As you can see, right side facing right side, and then I'll go sew the band together with the top. So you get the shape on the picture. So this is the result I got.
walking around in the circle of life.
Like the outcome. So make sure you have 2 pieces of this because it wraps in the front. So 2 pieces of the front. So now bring in the back piece, and then I'll go join this to the front piece. And that is it for the top part.
Left side, put it up in your life. It's gonna be hard. You run, try, roll your mind. You run, try, roll your mind. You run, try.
So I have videos you can go check out to see how to make skirts. So now I'll just go ahead and attach my band to this, and then while I'm at it, I'll attach the zip and also hem the base of the skirt. Go watch previous video to really understand this part. But you guys, this is how I was able to recreate this look for my client, and she was so happy with the results because she actually changed a lot from the fabric to how she wanted it, and then it still came out nice. So let me know if you're able to recreate this.
On the left side, put it up in your life.